Hello, everyone. Welcome to Quiet in the Cheap Seats after our great victory against the Eagles at Elizabeth last Saturday. How you going, Jim?
Not too bad, not too bad. What about yourself?
Yeah, I've had a really bad toothache over the weekend since the footy, and it was killing me, but it's gone away a bit today. But anyway, what
Oh,
about you,
shit.
Gons? How you going, mate?
I'm tickety boo. Tickety
Tickety
boo.
boo.
Yeah. It
I
was a
see you've
good
got
weekend. Yep,
a new tag there, Gon. JD Gons, you call yourself.
that's right.
Okie dokie. So, great win on Saturday, Gons. What was your feelings about the game?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I never thought we'd lose until about 1 second before the final siren. Before that, I thought we're not going to lose, and I thought, what the shit? And then
When
it
the
hit the
ball,
post.
when the
Yeah,
ball was in the air.
yeah. I
Yeah,
jokingly said to you, like it'll work in our favour because they'll milk the clock for us. But
yeah,
I was only half joking.
yeah. We just lost a little bit of your visual again there, Gonnie, but you're back again. What about you, Jim?
Yeah,
How did you think the game went? Good day out?
Oh yeah. It was really good. It was good weather.
Yeah,
It was a high standard game, and
okay.
Centrals were back in a bit of form,
Yeah.
and it was good to get a win. Good to get a win. It was close at the end there, but it's always good to go home with the 2 points.
Yeah, no, it was
yeah,
fantastic win.
yeah,
First time we've beaten anyone in the top five. I mean, when we beat Westies, they weren't in the top five, but they're going to make the finals. But and they haven't beaten us this year. But of
Mm.
those other four teams that have been there all year, that's the first time we've won, even though we pushed others. So great win, I thought. And
Mm.
yeah, certainly got pretty nervous there. And a bit like Gonnie, though, I always, apart from the first 10 minutes and the last second, I always thought we were in control or we're going to win. And yeah, when that ball was in the air, yeah, it was nervous moments when the
Mm.
siren went, but you could see halfway there that it wasn't going to kick a goal, but hitting the post was, he gave it a good effort, but sucked in at the end of the day. We win. Oh, gee.
I would have been angry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there would have been a riot. And it was a great send off that the players got when they went down the race as well. That was really good.
Yeah.
They looked very, very happy. So I think they probably would have had a great night there on Saturday night and maybe even Sunday. So, no,
Yeah.
it was good. So,
Hopefully, hopefully there was no attacks in the local hotel.
yeah,
Like,
like Sydney Swans.
yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, yes. Anyway, and there was other teams that had good wins as well. The reserves didn't quite get there after looking good early, and that's a bit of a shame. So Monahan had 27 touches, something, so he played a good game in the reserves, fighting back
Oh.
from being sort of omitted this week. But the two juniors were brilliant again.
Mm.
Admittedly, the 16s who had been in great form were playing the bottom side, and again, showed how good they are. And I think Treverton had a lot quieter game this week. He had 39 touches and 11 clearances, I think it
Is that
was.
all?
So, yeah. So he
God.
might be a bit tired, but young Fielderhouse, 29 touches, and Braith Hickey, 27. And it looked like we really dominated the game of possessions and clearances. So
Mm.
great finish to the season for Bray McConnell's young fellas, given a lot of confidence. And I think they finished the season winning three or four in a row, which is good.
Excellent. That's good.
And then in the other game, we mentioned last week that the 18s would be fronting up against the Eagles for the second time in 3 weeks in the battle for top spot. And we absolutely put them to the sword. It was a big victory, something like 12 goals victory plus. So well done to the
Oh,
Dogs. Well done to the
fantastic.
players. Well done to all the coaching staff for finishing minor premiers.
Totals.
the Eagles actually dropped to third. So they're now facing instant elimination, and Centrals will be playing Glenelg, who had a big win. So, and who's the only team that's beaten us in the last 5 or 6 weeks. So I do have a week off this week. So it's going to be an interesting time in the near future. Again, great to see us winning clearances, but my reports are that we really crucified them on the outside. Lots of run, lots of carry. Will Cameron, who's the captain on the halfback flank, had 30 possessions. Good old Tony Moroney, 28. Cots was 27. And Jay Tobias, who's a guy I really like. He's a sort of shortish, stockiest fellow that plays on a halfback flank, but 26 possessions, and he goes hard. So really, really good to see him playing such a good game. Yeah, so that was good news.
It's good to see. I've noticed, like in the juniors lineups, there's a lot of familiar surnames. Like there's a sort of Switala in there.
Yep.
There's Vivian plays in the reserves. There's there was a Krieg earlier on in the season.
Yeah, you might be right. There is a Cochrane that was playing in the under 16s, and I see there's a Dudley in the under 16 as well.
Levi Dudley, yeah. Hopefully he comes through as good as his brother.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it is his brother, but it could be.
Well, we may as well just call him brother.
Yeah, he seems to have a different diet because he's quite a slim fella, but he plays in a similar position and does similar things. So, yeah,
great.
Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's excellent.
So, getting to the game, we went to Elizabeth with a lot of optimism. We've all tipped them by pretty good margins. It didn't quite turn out. The margin didn't quite turn out, but we still managed to get the victory, which is great. So I'll just put the team up, and maybe Connie, are there any surprises or anything that stuck out for you?
No. I'm just checking out the interchange actually. Oh yeah, Gordon, I didn't expect, and Geister, being two new names. You pointed out on the day that they fronted up and said, here's a couple of newbies. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't expect those. The rest of the team, because the Glenelg game was, I didn't expect any wholesale changes there. So So that was definitely something that was pleasantly surprising. So that was good. Nice to see the youngsters.
Yeah, and like Kwai Chang in particular has been advocating pushing the youngsters up for these last few games, giving them a run. Were you happy to see that, Kwai Chang?
Yeah, it was great to see young Dusty come in to the side, Dusty Geister, that is, and he looked pretty comfortable at league level actually for his debut, for his first game. Yeah, I think he ended up with 2 goals, was it?
He did, yeah, which is great.
2 goals, and Gordon, yeah, he looked pretty confident in his ability at league level as well. That was fantastic to see them. And yeah, why not? Why not try the younger players at this time of the season when we're not going to be playing finals or anything like that.
Yeah.
The team that came out on Friday on paper was all over the place.
Yeah.
No one was in their recognised positions. Did you notice that at all?
No, that's right. I did notice that, and they had some really weird things. I think they had Presbury at centre forward or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, look,
I did notice, now that you mention it, and you pointed it out on Saturday, was that Pudney and Rosenberg were on the bench, and Billy. You pointed it out, and they did actually. Yeah, I thought, but they were on soon enough. But yeah, it was kind of like, why aren't you in the starting positions? But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I think it was.
Didn't hurt.
Yeah, it was Billy Isles, the Claw, Puddles, and McCarty, I think, started on the bench, which was quite a surprise. The two
Yeah, I
debutants
agree.
getting on the ground straight away, which, hey, it was great.
Why not?
Yeah,
But as you say, the footy's different these days. People are on and off straight away. So I was
yeah,
really surprised to see both those fellas picked. Not because I don't think they're good enough. I just think they both probably didn't have great games last week in the reserves, but good on Tomo for giving them a crack. And I thought they both acquitted themselves really well.
Mm.
Gordon in particular showed a lot of poise on the halfback flank. 11 touches, but was very good. Good decision maker, I thought. And Dusty, got the 2 goals and got a goal with his first kick in league football. So really, really good.
Great.
In terms of Monahan and Bastic going out, I think probably Monahan needed to have a run in the twos to get a lot more possession and get on the ball more, which he did, which was good. And Bastic also played on the ball in the reserves and did pretty well. So they'll be better for that, I think. And we'll see what happens this week. And we'll just have a look at the game now. So, what were your thoughts about the way the game kicked off and how it sort of flowed there, Jim?
Oh, I missed the beginning. No, not really. No, it was good. Like, it was positive. Like the previous week against Glenelg, it was positive right from the beginning. Everyone was in their set positions, which was contrast to what was named on paper the day before.
Yeah,
But yeah, the structure was there. Everyone was pretty positive, and a lot more movement from Aidan Grace up forward this week,
yeah,
which has been super lacking for about a month.
yeah,
Just been trying to adjust his game a little bit because of the other 3 tool forwards that we've got up there who've been the focal points for the midfielders to kick to in Talon, Tompkinson, and Bo Thomas. So the credit goes to Aidan Grace for adjusting his game that way. And I thought he played. He got a pretty good return. I think he ended up with 2 goals.
yeah,
But he played a different type of game. I thought he was leading up further up the ground a lot more, and still being able to drop back because he's got a lot of pace on his side. So he was running his opponent around the ground all day long, which was great. And the midfield was great this week. And Faye Chisholm played a great game, and he ignited Centrals right from the beginning of the game. Leighton Chisholm, I thought he did that, and the spine of Kendall and Bryn and Bo Thomas, they were great right down the middle of it. It was excellent.
Great.
yeah,
What about you, Gons? How do you think we sort
yeah,
of?
yeah. Well, I don't think Woodville West Torrens were bad. I think it was a really good win because of the quality of the opposition. I don't think we just won by a point. I think it was a hard-earned win. So, basically, it's after the dog for that. And I I always like watching Gracie, Amazing Grace, but because he's such a team player. He's always
Yeah,
enthusiastic and egging everybody on. He's really good like that. And to see him, I think he should be around, higher up the field often. It's great. He does have a bit of pace. He sort of can be a bit exciting. And then, we've got our more traditional big forwards as well. That the old school,
yeah,
full forwards. That, like Jack Attack and sort of like popping down there and so and Bo of course is always a big strong target. So he was really good. Chisholm, well, he was had a lot of possessions and stuff, and he was always around the place. The old Chisholm, I like to call him. He chiseled out a good win, a good game. And Jack Attack was good. I gave him my 2, and I think I gave who did I give my? Oh, I gave a Faye 2 actually. Yeah, so
Yeah.
the Flash Faye was high up on my list as well. So
Uh,
yeah, good game all round. But it was, I
yeah.
think in the end, I sort of plucked out ones that had a bit more possessions and impact. So yeah, that was my take on the players.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll get onto those votes in a sec, but I just thought we'd look at the some of the key figures from the game, and Puds again just racking up possessions. Chisholm, McCarty had his best game for the Bulldogs. I thought he was great, and
Yep.
on top of his 23 touches, I think it was something like 10 tackles and 5 clearances as well. So that's very encouraging because when we recruited him at the beginning of the year, I thought this guy is going to be a really good recruit, but he's had a really wretched run with injuries. But we saw what he can do, and that looks great for next year. And yeah,
Built like a tank.
Sorry,
He's built like a tank as well.
he is built like a tank, and and Chisholm's a big fella in there as well, and when Grant comes back, there's another one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Wilson as well, and Press. I mean, it's starting to look good, for next year if those guys are fit and firing. So let's just go on to our votes then. We'll start with you, Jim. So, there was a few to pick from, I think, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you came up with.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, the whole game started from a positive midfield, I thought. But we've got a wingman in the side that covers a hell of a lot of territory. He plays on his wing, goes into fence and drifts up forward and drifts through the midfield corridor as well. And that was Kai Pudney.
Yeah,
I gave him 3 votes. He played a magnificent game.
great game.
Magnificent.
Actually,
And
he started on the bench, not McCarty, I think. Pud started on the bench.
Yeah,
I'd started on the bench. Yeah, he did. But another player who was just super important all day long. He was at every contest, every marking contest, and if he didn't take the mark, he'd dish out a handball. And that's Jack Tompkinson. I thought he was super important
How
on
good has he
Saturday.
been lately? Wow.
He brought lots of players into the game, and took a couple of big clunkers later on in the game. And Chizzo, Leighton Chisholm, magnificent in the midfield, picked up a lot of possessions, brought other players into the game, and showed a bit of pace as well, I thought.
Well, that goal he kicked in was it the second or the first quarter?
Second.
Second. He broke from the pack and actually put meters on the pack.
Yeah, second.
And, we've probably always thought that he doesn't have a lot of pace going for him, but he just put meters on the pack straight away and smacked it from outside 50. It was a magnificent goal of the game.
It's great. That's what you want to see from the midfielders.
Yeah, yeah.
Those game breaker goals, magnificent.
Yeah, really good.
Well done,
So
Mr. Chisholm.
Yeah, well, apparently his nickname is Bobby. I saw my old mate Steve Edmonds post that on Bulldog Bites today somewhere. I think it was Bulldog Bites. Yeah, his nickname's Bobby. So I'm not quite sure where that comes from.
No, Bobby.
JD
Bobby's Chisholm.
Yeah.
So, who's Bobby?
Bobby Chisholm.
Bobby Chisholm.
The chisel. The chisel. Yeah, no, he was great. He got lots of possessions. Yeah, so that's why I highly rated him. Faye as well. The flash was around the place. Yeah, just seemed to see his number around the midfield so often. You just look up and go, oh, there he is again. So that was really good. And Tompkinson as well. Like he's just, yeah, he's good. He's good to it. The last couple of weeks has been really fun to watch him. Yeah, it's always, I love a big mark. I just, you got to love a big old fashioned grab with the big fellas. So yeah, that's what I based it on.
Yeah. It's a good call. Tompkinson's efforts were fantastic, and he is taking overhead contested marks now, where he wasn't doing that so often. But now he's doing it. And when he goes to the ball now, you feel a lot more confident. His efforts around the ground in the second half were extraordinary. His tackling and giving the handball out was really fantastic. I mean, he finished the game with 17 possessions. I thought he probably lowered his colours in the ruck duels in the middle in particular, because I noticed we were sort of even in ruck hit-outs at half-time when Mats was doing the bulk of the rucking. But in the second half when Tomkinson did it, we sort of just slipped behind in the rucks, but what we slipped behind there and we made up for around ground. So it was a bit of a, dare I say it, a Buckets McKenzie type effort with winning the ball and laying tackles, etc. So, hopefully Tomkinson knows how much of an accolade it is to be compared to Buckets. Just with respect to Jacko's votes, so Jacko sent through votes this week. He went with Puddles for 3, Chisholm for 2 and Fahey for 1, so pretty consistent there. There was many other good players, I thought. McCarty didn't feature in the votes with any of us, but many people thought he was right up there, and, it showed that his ranking points, he was 3rd. I thought Brent Little had a good game. George got some ball, but I feel he lowered his colours this week. I'm a big fan of George. He's one of my favourites, but Slater-Jevic kicked 5 on him and really, kept him in the game all day, that Slater-Jevic guy. So, but George is a great player and he'll bounce back. We know that. And I just want to again mention Talon, the claw. Now, again, not a high number of possessions, but watching that guy jump for the ball at full extension with his arms straight up and taking it at its highest point is amazing. It really is. Yeah.
Grip. He's got grip.
He's got grip. It's just fantastic. And so it's just a wonderful sight.
He's only 19 years old and his confidence is growing each game. That's standing out like anything. Like his opponent's right on him all the time.
Yeah.
And he's starting to stick a few, which is great to see from the young man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think there's any scouts sniffing around him?
Well, he's 19, he's 198 centimetres or something like that. He plays key position and he can take contested marks. It's a pretty attractive package. Yeah. We better not say too much. So on to player of the year. Fahey's edged out a bit over the top of Anzac, who's been a bit quieter in recent weeks. Pud's moved into equal second next to Anzac. Prez still sitting there. The Jack attack up into 5th now. Remembering we've only done 7 rounds of football. So the first half year form, like Luca was unreal in the first half. So that's why you don't see him here.
That's right. Poor Luca. Yeah, Luca, he get injured.
Yeah, he got injured. Didn't look good, did it?
No, it was his ankle, I think. He was hobbling off. And so hopefully he's okay, or they might just rest him up now for the rest of the season.
He was on crutches after the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They could have helped him off a bit better. I thought that was a bit shitty. They were basically whipping him from behind and get off.
Yeah,
He can hardly walk.
Yeah. But he's hobbling off and they're beating him. It was like he was in some sort of, march and enforced march or something. And then the umpires started the game before he was even off the oval.
He was still on the wing. That's right. They started it back up.
I'm actually going to congratulate the umpires. I don't do this often, but I thought they were pretty good. There's always a scream for a decision here or there, but I didn't really notice them much, and that to me is a good sign of an umpire. And I think, what we see
Yeah.
these days, particularly in the AFL, is umpires wanting to get involved too much. And, it's almost like they think they're the centerpiece of the game. That's why the, umpires with the microphone shit me to tears. I don't want to know about them. I just want to watch the football.
Well, we shouldn't really notice them, should we?
Yeah.
No.
Umpires,
You know
they're
what?
there to adjudicate and let the game flow
What
on.
was what I found was the best sign of them being good umpires was Paulette wasn't yelling at them.
Yeah.
So that means they were good.
Yeah. Paul out. She did say something once, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, no, there wasn't a lot of umpire sort of interaction. So
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I guess the follically challenged umpire wasn't there either, which helped.
Yeah. He's terrible.
I won't say anymore.
It
I'm
was at
going
the
to say
barbers.
something. He's terrible. He destroys us every time we have him.
He's
I don't know where he is. So, but the crowd. It was a nice day. Got cold, but it wasn't a bad crowd. I think. Eagles don't really have a lot of supporters, or traditionally haven't had much. And
No,
I remember a couple of those grand finals we went to. You didn't even hear them or even see them. So,
that's weird for an amalgamated club as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Two
So
clubs.
yeah, don't know. But yeah, it was pretty good, and they were pretty vocal and really happy that we won, which was good. But I also, not so much the crowd, but I said hello to the canteen ladies this week when I was getting my chips, which I enjoyed once again, and spoke to a lady called Katrina. She's in the canteen every week, and so are many of the others. I didn't get their names, but I want to say a big thanks to those ladies and the one man that works in the canteen every week. They do a great job. Never have to wait long. The food's great, and they're always happy. So good on them, and good on to everyone who volunteers down at Centrals on Saturdays.
Yeah, they do a great job. I missed the women's auxiliary this week, though.
Yeah, I didn't see them there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were, I don't know, they must have stayed in the presidential lunch and didn't bother coming out afterwards.
They were in there with Josie.
Yeah, living it up.
Yeah. So we seem to have lost JD Gons. He's dropped out for some reason.
The Gons.
The Gons. We'll just keep going on. Here he comes. I didn't see much food from the canteen. I think it was because Jacko brought a superb spread.
Yeah, I know. He cut their lunch.
He did, literally.
Yeah. I know. I missed the steak. I didn't have a steak sanger, but I'm sure they were as good as always.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that the women's auxiliary shut up pretty quick.
Well, we're just talking about that. I mean, didn't see them in a league game, but I did see a few crumbs scattered in the area. So maybe someone's oven broke and they weren't able to cook as much this week and closed early.
Well, they sold out.
Well, why wouldn't they? The food's always unreal there.
Yeah, great sausage rolls. Sausage roll.
And also, Gons, I know you're wearing one of the heritage Guernseys there, and what a great buy that is. That looks fantastic.
The away Guernsey, yeah.
And I've got to say, what a superb price. They were doing specials on many of the heritage Guernseys.
$60.
Yeah.
And you could get Indigenous ones from the past 2 years they had there as well.
Right.
Unfortunately, they didn't have it in a 10XL, so I didn't buy one. But yeah, they had some really good. Hopefully, they do this Saturday as well at home ground.
Yeah. So for everyone who's watching, get onto the merchandise booth. They had so many good things there. Mick got a really nice jacket and at really good prices. So get on there, get your Centrals merch, and wear it with pride.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, it's great. So we've got Port this week, and wasn't it a shame that this week is not going to be a battle for the wooden spoon, and that Port have it again.
Oh, well.
That brings tears to my eyes. So how do you think we're going to go?
Against Port? Well, they beat us at Alberton earlier, didn't they? 3 points.
So the last
week.
kick of the game. Last kick of the game from Todd Marshall.
Yeah.
That's right, Todd Marshall, and they had Tom Cochrane kicking 5 against his proper club that day, and Radagalier was on forwards as well. He had a great game that day. He was trying to force his way back into the power side, but this week we've got something to prove still. It's our rival. Look at that jacket, Michael. Look at it. Magnificent. Yeah, we've got something to prove this week against our old rivals from down at the Wharfies. There's going to be no Wharfie time this week, though. It's just going to be doggy time. And I reckon we're going to give Tomo a big send-off this week. It's his last game coaching Centrals, and he's a legend of the club, player and coach. And just having him around the club has been magnificent. And I don't think the players will let him down this week. I think we'll smash the Maggies out of the SANFL.
That's a really good call. I think we're going to win by plenty and just really give them curry. And I'll be interested to see what the crowd reaction is to the news we saw today, Connie.
Yes, that's a podcast in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
The exit of Port after 130 years or whatever it is. But, if that's the way they think, I mean, when they first joined the AFL, they tried to distance themselves from the SANFL quite a lot. Now it's a reserve side to them, and they don't really care too much about the SANFL. So good luck to them. See you later. Yeah.
Really interesting. They're announcing that they're getting out of the SANFL in 2028. But when I was on my computer yesterday, I received a survey. Sorry, no, that's not right. Bulldog Bites posted a survey yesterday, which was about, the way the SANFL should be structured, and, if Port and the Crows left, and all these various questions. So someone must have got a bit of a hint, and I got the impression that the drive was to have a standalone Port Magpies team in the SANFL in the future. So it's like a reincarnation of the old Port Magpies.
Well, I didn't even know about this anyway.
Didn't you?
No, I didn't even know that they were going.
Yeah, they announced that they're leaving the SANFL in 2028. I posted somewhere, is there any way we can make it happen sooner? But, the reason they gave is absolutely hypocritical and contradictory to the reason they entered. They said it is not a good place for us to develop our players. And the reason they wanted to get in was because they wanted to be able to develop their players. And so I also think they were behind this whole thing to push the reserves and out of the competition. So, I'm only speculating. Again, I don't have true facts, but if that's the case, good riddance is my view. So
yeah.
Fair enough, Danny. Fair enough.
Yeah. So this Saturday, Gons, big win for the Dogs.
Yeah, I want to see 3,000 people there as well. I don't think that's too much to ask for.
No.
That's what I want. I think. It's really fitting that it's Port in the last game, actually. Like, I like it. It's and if we can really, take home the bacon, I think that'd be great. And I think we can. I'm going to not be as generous as I was last week with the 45 I picked, but I'm going to go 25. We're going to win by 25. Yeah.
What were you going, Jim?
How much by the margin?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Right. Right. I reckon Port will lose by 38 points.
38. I'm going Centrals by 72.
Wow.
I am.
like it.
Excellent.
Genuine.
Tompkinson's in for a big one.
No, Bo will kick big bag. He'll do it for his brother.
Right. Yep.
And the dogs will do it for Tomo. And we're going to go in the club afterwards and have a couple of beers and celebrate that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be a big day out. And because the 18s and the juniors aren't playing this weekend, all those lads will be down there, so that'll swell the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be our last game. But what I will say is, might be the last game of league, but the following week we're going to be at the under-18s watching them do their stuff as well. So really important for the club.
Yep, for sure.
Look, we've got many things to keep talking about after the season is completed this Saturday. Of course, we'll talk about the game. There's a whole bunch of other things I think we can talk about as well. We still don't have a coach announced or a CEO announced. Basically, the two most important positions in the club are yet to be announced. We don't know if the people have even been selected. I saw some rumour that Jared Cotton had put his hand up.
Jared Cotton?
Yeah. I think we should get John Longmire, personally. I would like him.
The horse. Bring the horse over.
Bring the horse over. Yeah. That's it.
For some coaching experience. He needs a bit of experience.
That's it.
And he has to learn a bit from a successful club.
That's true.
I think.
Yeah,
but there's Stewie Dew as well.
But,
Stewie Dew, you would think could actually be a reasonable chance if he's at the Power at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
But Marco Bello is also an assistant at West Coast Eagles.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So, there's a few people there with strong Centrals ties that possibly could be, putting their hands up or could be good selections. So I don't know about their capability, but Stewie Dew's coached AFL level. He has to be okay.
He did pretty well up at the Suns.
I thought he did all right as well. Yeah. Anyway, interesting times. We may hear about it before next week's pod. We may not. We may hear about the CEO as well. Just quickly on the type of person who you think should be CEO, what type of person do you think we should go for? Someone with experience in the AFL at the sort of CEO level, or a newbie coming from a different industry? Jim, what would be your thoughts?
What of the so what's been the club's struggles? Has it been money to attract high quality talent?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think money's an issue.
No, at the club. Well, they'll need a good business person, that's for sure. They need someone who will love the club and want to see the club develop even further for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years or whatever, and bring some real high quality talent back to the club and bring a lot of past players back to the club as well, not to play because they're all old and fat.
But they're awesome.
Like that. Yeah, but they're awesome. It's great to have all those players. Maybe that's one of the things that Centrals and the new CEO has to look at is encouraging past players to come back to the club and hang around at the games more and nurture the young talent that's coming through now, make it a lot more attractive for people to come to the club and set us up for a good future.
I would imagine, I think, if you put on free beers, I would imagine there'd be a few of them who turn up all the time. And quickly, Gonny, just the type you think we should look for?
Yeah, pretty much what Timmy said. I think somebody who, has real business nous would be great because it is a business in many ways as well, and also somebody who embraces the club culture. I think we have. I mean, I'm biased, but I think we have a very good culture and a real sort of like almost a subculture in Elizabeth where I think we're quite unique. Maybe it's from our, a bit of a mixture of, 1950s immigration, a mixture of a few things, a bit of a melting pot, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where it came from, but I certainly think we can embrace that as, not that we haven't, but I still would think that must be a checkbox on the resume of somebody who flies. Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I think it was the foundation of our glory years, and our growth, and then our glory years was this magnificent culture that we had, the sense of unity and the sense of community. And I think we have lost that a little bit, perhaps over the last 15 years. We can see our crowds are down. I'd like to see it back again with big crowds and that great sense of community. I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about why Central's Football Club exists, it's to make our lives better. Ultimately that's what it's about. So, we want someone who's going to do that. And that'd be great. And okie dokie, we could bang on about this all night. We may have some more news on who that is in the next session, but for now, I think we can sign off unless there's anything else to add, Jim.
We need a new PA system at the ground because that one's pathetic. and when we change our new club song next season, it's got to be a banger, and it's got to have a new sound system with a bit of bottom end, a better subwoofer, so the whole crowd can, all the people that are going to start turning up to the games next year, they want to hear that bottom end. They want to hear.
Jimmy loves talking about subwoofers and bottom ends, but that's another podcast. So, Jimmy, you remember this children might be watching this, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Sorry.
It would be good though. I reckon. Is that this? Yeah, they need a serious sound system in the grandstand and make it party like.
Yeah, they do. They've got to improve the game day atmosphere.
Yeah.
Have great lead up songs to the start of the game. Like, I don't know, Let's Dance by David Bowie or a Shout by Tears for Fears, and then the Rocky theme from the original Rocky movie, and then the umpire can bounce the ball.
I want Killing in the Name off. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I want Physical by ONJ.
Yeah. All right, we're getting a bit silly now. But I think that's a good thing. Gonnie, was there anything else you wanted to finish with?
No, just like I said, lots of people come on Saturday, and we'll have a fun day.
We will. Okay, fellas. See you to everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and go you dogs.
Yield to none. Yield to none.
Yield to none.
Cool.